For two close friends in northern Colorado, their relationship got off to a rocky start. More than 30 years ago, both were connected to a high-profile murder case, but in very different ways. Crime and Justice reporter Matt Jablow shares their story.
He is so gentle for his size.
Yeah.
Listening to two old friends swapping horse stories on a lazy summer day
Is this their pellets for the day?
next to the foothills in Loveland.
So what's your thoughts on alfalfa?
I don't do alfalfa.
It's hard to imagine their relationship wasn't always this comfortable and caring,
Linda's a dear friend.
but it wasn't. Not nearly.
She wasn't somebody that I looked to in a friendly nature at all. This was my adversary.
On February 11th, 1987, 37-year-old Peggy Hetrick was found in a field in Fort Collins. She had been stabbed to death.
I remember the initial shock of seeing something in the field.
15-year-old Tim Masters was quickly identified as the prime suspect.
I was part of the neighborhood canvass.
After Detective Linda Wheeler-Holloway learned that Tim had walked by the body on his way to school, but did not report it to police.
I went, okay, he needs to be interviewed.
And he was, for about 9 hours, during which Tim told detectives he thought the body was a mannequin. He told the same story every time police questioned him over the next few years. In 1992, Linda and another detective interrogated Tim for about 12 hours.
He never swayed at all in his explanation of what happened.
She came away thinking she had the wrong guy, beginning her transition from adversary to ally.
I was an experienced homicide investigator. I just didn't see a guilty man looking back at me.
Linda left the Fort Collins Police Department in 1995. 3 years later, Tim was arrested. At the prosecution's request, Linda testified at the trial, even though she openly questioned their case. Tim was convicted and sentenced to life in prison.
I remember my stomach falling out and just another completely surreal, shocking moment in my life.
6 years later, haunted by Tim's conviction,
I feel like my interest in my fight for this case started the day he got convicted.
Linda went to work as a private investigator alongside Tim's new lawyers.
I knew that the truth had not come out.
It would take several years, but thanks to DNA evidence, the truth emerged, and Tim's conviction was vacated.
And orders the release of the defendant.
In 2008, after nearly 10 years behind bars, he walked out of a Larimer County courtroom a free man, with Linda close behind.
I just want to thank my family and my friends who stuck with me all these years.
You guys are spoiled, absolutely spoiled.
13 years later, Tim and Linda are still very much stuck together. They talk on the phone frequently and see each other a few times a year. Birthdays for sure.
Good Lord.
They share a love of horses and the outdoors, and say they just like spending time together and catching up on each other's lives. Given that they met on opposite sides of a murder investigation, they're well aware their friendship is a most unlikely one.
We've been friends for so long now, it seems kind of normal to me. I know it's not, but it seems normal.
But whether it's normal or not, Tim and Linda both say it's incredibly strong. A friendship, they insist, built to last a lifetime.
He's sensitive and he's considerate and just a kind, nice human being.
They're cool horses though, Linda. Linda's a good person. She's a lifelong friend at this point. Do you have a lot of eagles here?
A lot.
In Loveland.
Both bald and golden.
Matt Jablow.
Oh, wow.
9 News.
Yeah.
Peggy Hetrick's murder remains unsolved. Linda is now working on the case for the Cold Case Foundation, a nonprofit organization that investigates unsolved violent crimes.